You're not lazy, you're not broken, but something invisible is shaping your days, your choices, your exhaustion, even your sense of what's possible. It's not your willpower, it's not your circumstances. It's the unseen architecture of your life. The quiet patterns you repeat, the unspoken rules you follow, the rhythms you've normalized without realizing they're draining you. This isn't about positive thinking or manifesting. It's about seeing the hidden structure that's been built around you so you can choose, keep it or redesign it. Because you're not just living your life, you're living inside a design you didn't consciously create. Today, we'll explore 5 invisible structures that shape your inner world, not as flaws to fix, but as blueprints to understand. And for each, you'll get one simple way to reclaim your agency, not through force, but through awareness. Most of us treat time as a resource to manage, but your relationship with time is actually a structure, and it's built on deeper patterns. Maybe your days feel frantic because your architecture is built on urgency. Do it now, or it's too late. Or maybe you feel stuck because your time loops around old regrets, never moving forward. This isn't about scheduling better. It's about asking, what kind of time do I want to live in? Spacious, rhythmic, present. How to redesign it. Start small. Build one ritual that reflects your ideal time. A morning with no screens for the first 30 minutes. A walk with no destination, just movement and breath. A weekly unplanned hour where nothing is allowed to happen. You're not filling time. You're architecting your experience of it. And over time, that structure becomes your new normal.
We all carry invisible rules about who we're allowed to be. Maybe you learned, don't take up space, or your value depends on how much you give, or stay quiet or you'll be rejected. These aren't just beliefs. They're load-bearing walls in your inner architecture, holding up a version of yourself that fits someone else's design. The cost: you feel like an imposter in your own life. You give but never receive. You speak but never feel truly heard. How to redesign it? Notice one place where you shrink yourself. Then gently expand. Say what you feel, even if your voice shakes. Ask for what you need without justifying it. Sit in a room and take up space without apologizing. Belonging isn't about fitting in. It's about building a home within yourself where every part of you is welcome. And that starts with one honest breath. Your attention isn't just focus. It's the foundation of your reality. Where you place it repeatedly, day after day, becomes your world. Scrolling? Your world is fragmented, reactive, comparison-based. Nature? Your world is slow, sensory, grounded. Deep conversation? Your world is connected, meaningful, alive. You're not just consuming content, you're laying bricks in the architecture of your perception. How to redesign it? For 3 days, track where your attention goes, not to judge, just to see. Then ask, does this structure support the life I want to feel? If not, shift one brick, one less scroll before bed, one more minute looking at the sky instead of your screen, one real hello instead of a text. Small shifts, big redesign. In a world that rewards noise, opinions, updates, reactions, silence is often treated as empty space to fill. But silence isn't void. It's the negative space in architecture, the pause between notes, the breath between words, the stillness that lets meaning emerge. When you fill every gap with sound, you leave no room for insight, intuition, or your own inner voice. Your architecture becomes cluttered, no space to hear yourself. How to redesign it? Create intentional silence, not as escape, but as sacred space. Sit for 5 minutes with no input. Walk without a podcast. Eat one meal without a screen. Let the silence hold you. In that space, you'll hear the quiet hum of your own truth, the blueprint only you can read.
Many of us live in structures built on one-way flow, giving without receiving, listening without being heard, loving without being held. This isn't generosity. It's an imbalanced architecture leaning so far in one direction, it's bound to collapse. True connection isn't sacrifice. It's mutual exchange, like two trees sharing roots underground. How to redesign it? Notice one relationship where you're always the giver. Then, practice receiving. Say, I need support. Accept a compliment without deflecting. Let someone do something kind without returning the favor immediately. A healthy architecture isn't rigid. It's responsive, flexible, and balanced. And it starts with allowing yourself to be held. So, your life isn't random. It's designed. Not by fate, not by luck, but by the unseen patterns you've repeated, inherited, or accepted without question. You are not stuck in this architecture. You are its architect. And you don't need to tear it all down. Just notice one wall that no longer serves you, one room that needs more light, one doorway you've been too afraid to walk through. Then, with tenderness, rebuild. Because the most powerful structures aren't built in a day. They're shaped brick by awareness, courage, and care. If one of these patterns resonated with you, leave a quiet note in the comments. I'm redesigning my architecture of. Your words might help someone else see their own blueprint for the first time. Thank you for being here, not to fix yourself, but to remember you've always had the tools to build a life that feels like home. You are the architect, and your next brick is waiting.